Right. Yes.
Boards, games, it's what we're going to play. Board games, to enjoy our day. Board games, it's what we're going to play. Board games, to enjoy our day. Today we're going to say some facts which might not be the truth intact. In fact, it might be quite the lie, which other people will have to work out and you might deny, but then we'll find out whether it was a fact or not and people will get points. Board games is what we're going to play. Board games to enjoy our day. Hello! And thank you for joining us, Robert. It is lovely to see you.
Hey.
Do you want to be addressed as start player?
I'll put. How do I change? Oh, hang on.
I can change it just now.
Right, the telly just. Sorry, the telly just went on. Robert or start player is fine. Either is fine.
And start player. So, do you actually? Are you happy? Because you were mentioned. I'm just going to move you over here as the new person. Sorry, Tom. We'll have a slightly different order. So let's me first start off with what's going on. This is Tip-Top Tabletop Tuesdays, and every Tuesday at 8 p.m, for those who don't know, UK time, we play a game. Today we're going to be playing a fact and a half, which is, it might be a fact, it might not be a fact. We say a thing and then you have to work out, is it a lie? Is it a truth? You have to work it out. That is the game. And now let's get on with the introductions. So I am Bez. If you're watching this, you probably know who I am. I made Yogi, I made the L-Deck and Kitty Cataclysm. You can see those cards in the background of the screen. And I also keep on inventing games. I'm really proud of this game that I did for the Game Jam last week. So, yeah, that is me. And I've been streaming. I've almost done 300 days of consecutive streaming, which is quite a bit. And then after my 300th day, I'm going to stop for... I'm not going to stop completely. I'm going to still do some stuff, but I'm going to just have a few days of a break. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to sleep in for a few days, and I've not slept in for ages. And while I'm proud of myself for getting up on time every single day...
Yeah, that's...
Thank you very much, McCall. But I want to just have, like... The next day after episode 300, I'm just going to take that day off and I'm going to sleep until whenever. I might be sleeping until like noon or whatever, and it'll be like, yeah. And hello, CD's in New Zealand, so it must be 9 a.m. So I hope that you have a good day at work. And of course, in New Zealand, that's the way it is. People walk to work and go to work in offices and buildings, but they are not allowed to have... gatherings of more than 100 people. Oh, poor people. Sorry. This is me being slightly envious.
Like a Power Minute Games convention.
I mean, they have had games conventions. CD does WellyCon. Sorry, was that you being facetious?
No. I'm jealous more than anything. I wish we could be there as well.
Yeah, I mean, 100 people's a good amount.
We're pleased.
I would be happy with going to a club with 100 people.
Well done,
I think I would be happy, you know, having all my friends over and having a party. Anyway, so introductions. Let me change the banner so you can see who we are. I am Bez, Robert, start player. You've talked about you don't want your full name to be on the internet, so you're trying to work out a designer, nom de plume.
I just think that'd be much more fun. But I can't think of anything, and every time I come up with something, I'm Googling it to see what I think, to see if that name's already been used. And it's almost like I have my paid job, and then I can have my designer world, and then the two can be completely separate.
I mean, sometimes it's nice to have that wee market, isn't it? Because you've got Ian M. Banks, and Ian Banks is this stuff about gritty Glaswegian cities, and Ian M. Banks is about playing games in a science fiction setting, or, you know, robots marching to market. And yeah, that was a weird story. But yeah, Robert, how would you introduce yourself in the name of an introduction in a quick 1 minute?
1 minute, well, that's a lot, just a minute. Without repetition, hesitation, or deviation. I'm Robert. I live in Leeds, England. I've been involved in the gaming hobby. It feels like forever now. I think I first started going to sort of games clubs around 2005, something like that. And it's so cool to see how everything's grown. And I now kind of feel a bit like that person who talked, like when I was a teenager, I was massively into music. And then you'd always be surprised when someone hadn't heard of a band from a decade previous. And of course, why should they have done? And I've realized I'm getting to that point in the hobby where I'm trying to stop being snobby when someone says, when I say, oh, you've not played this game, I'm thinking, well, why would they? It came out in 1994. And I'm trying not to be that person, because I was at one of the playtest groups, and I think I compared a game to someone was playing to Cartagena, which is a Spiel des Jahres winner. So I thought, oh, they must know Cartagena. Nope, no one has that frame of reference anymore. So I now feel old, and I'm trying not to become that person desperately.
Yeah, when you've got knowledge, it can be easy to assume other people have the knowledge. So it's really good to remember, hey, we're all slightly different.
There's still loads of new people coming into the hobby, which is awesome, because it means more games, more people to play games.
And hello, Prey. Tonight, just in case, hopefully it says on Twitch, but we are playing a fact and a half, which is the social say a fact, or maybe it's not a fact. And if you're in chat, you'll guess whether these are lies or truths. And so you are a budding board game designer. You want to be published?
Yeah, I've been working on. I'll just briefly do self promotion. Then, if it'll stop me if I don't. If it's, I've been working on a game called Number Station for the last couple of years now. Tom has played this. He's playtested online.
A long time ago, probably changed a bit since then.
If you've got links, and
no links
for everyone, if you put the links into the private chat, I'll put that into the thing.
I have no links at all. It's all private on Tabletop Simulator when to do playtests. But I won't say who yet in case it doesn't come to fruition. But there is a publisher who is interested, which is good. And so we keep having meetings where I'm trying things they've suggested. And so hopefully they will take it on. If not, I'm like, oh, don't know what to do next.
Well, I look forward to hearing more about that. And hello, Runa, who just popped in. Thank you so much for raiding and bringing everyone. It is lovely to see you. And tonight we are playing a fact and a half. Henchman Henk, thank you for joining us. And we're just doing introductions. So, Tom, let's talk a wee bit about who you are for a minute.
Okay, I'm from Sheffield. I have been playing games not quite as long as Robert, and I have not heard of Cartagena. Well, I've heard of it vaguely, but I don't know anything about it. Cartagena? Okay, the Robert.
Pirate Racing.
Pirate Racing. Sounds good. I want to play it. But yeah, I like games. I play a lot of games. Not as many as I used to. But with things. But yeah, I love games. I've been involved in playtesting, and I really want to get back to that.
Nice. And so, and for Tom's game categorical, which I'm working on, new letter shapes, this is what I did 2 nights ago, and I'm going to try and finish off the alphabet. I don't know which version this is, like, I don't keep count, but it's probably like some of these letters, it's going to be like the 20th time since the Kickstarter that I've redrawn these letter shapes. And it's going to be like, yeah.
I really wish I had any graphical design sense at all so I could contribute to this, but all I could do is yeah, they look good. But I can't help.
Finally, McCall, lovely former housemate. How would you introduce yourself in a minute or less?
I am Mikal. I live in London. I know Bez not through the industry that she works in, but more like on a friendly kind of living together basis when we live together. Yeah, we do play games together a lot. Now online, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah, and when I was in London, maybe when things were slightly less strict, about 2-3 months ago, we were the people that we would see like just each other every Monday, and that was a lovely thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, thankfully we can still be seeing each other at least in this manner. So let's start the game, and if anyone else wants to give a quick introduction to themselves in chat, let me ask you, who are you and what's the last, I should have asked this of all our guests, what's the last bits of exercise that you did? Did you do any exercise? And I'm just showing off now, because I don't know if you know the song Flower by Moby, like George did this thing with doing the leg raises up and down. And I did like the push-ups only for a minute. I could only do a minute of the push-ups. And then I did the leg raises for almost the entire song. I think I did like 2 minutes 59 before it was like, yeah, I can't do this. And for the record, the song's 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So I was like 3 seconds before the end. It just kills you. But Robert, did you manage to do any exercise this evening?
I've just been for a walk. That's my exercise for today.
Nice.
I don't think that burns off the calories of the pancakes, but it contributes a bit.
And McCall, Tom, chat, what was your exercise, if you're willing to say?
I went out for half an hour or so walking. Yeah, that's Robert. Yeah, it's something I do every day. It's literally the only thing I do. So, yeah.
I don't exactly exercise exactly much. I suppose the nearest thing I've got is at work. One of my jobs is occasionally I have to walk around the building with a tub of wipes so I can wipe surfaces for COVID safeness. And sometimes I just sort of go, work my biceps a bit.
Got a few.
So,
sorry, Tom,
multitasking.
to interrupt. We've got a few people doing long walks. That sounds good. And yeah, let's get on with the game. Now, how does this game work? It is a fact and a half. Someone says a fact about themselves, and other people are allowed to ask questions. You need to accept at least one question from everyone else. So in chat, if you've got a question, you can ask questions. And then after that, everyone at the same time is going to vote truth or lie. And if you're on video, you can just kind of say, yeah, it's true, or no, it's a lie. So you can just do the fun thing to save you having to write anything down. But if you guess correctly, you get 1 point. As the fact sayer, if you fool at least half the people, you get a point. And that's basically the entire game. So, I'm glad to hear, Runa. Well, let's start with a very boring fact. Actually, the one that I started off in my Discord, so you've had a bit of time to think about it. I am wearing socks, and the socks that I am wearing are red. Now, you can feel free to ask me questions about this, and or tell me that you're ready to vote.
Okay, I'll ask a question.
Okay.
Do you own socks that are not red?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, that's my question.
Okay.
Are these your favorite pair of red socks?
I don't know if
Did you say you're wearing socks that are not red?
I'm wearing socks that are red.
That are red. Okay.
Firstly, I'm wearing socks, and secondly, so what I'm saying is I am wearing red socks. So my feet are not barefoot. I'm not wearing black socks. I'm not wearing green socks. I'm wearing red socks.
Are these your favorite pair of red socks?
I don't think I have a single favorite pair of red socks. I do have favorite. You know what? They're a wee bit tight around the ankles. Okay, and that's what I'm going to say. Do I like the color red? Ask Shruna. I like wearing color red. Yeah, I got that.
These not pure red, or do they have another color involved in a pattern?
I am saying that these socks are pure red.
Red. Just red.
I do actually have socks that are partially red. I've got socks with strawberries on them. I've also got socks that are 100% red. I'm trying to think if I've got any ringed red. I've got long, but yeah. So they are 100% red. And so everything that I've been saying could be the truth, or it could be a lie. Have I worn socks the last 3 days? Yeah, I wear socks every day because I go out every single day before my morning stream, by which I mean 9 a.m. UK time. I'm wearing socks, I'm putting on my shoes, I'm going out. This morning I actually went for a wee bit of a run. I was proud of myself. It was a very short run, but just around the block. Yeah, I need to put on socks to put on my shoes. I'm not one of these people who puts on shoes without socks. Let me tell you.
Crazy people.
Are these relatively new socks, or have you had them for a while?
I've had them since I visited my sibling. I mean, it's been at least a couple of years.
Yeah.
Is it quite cold in that house?
Yeah.
Or would you say it's
I mean, I've got there's heating on. It's not the worst, but you know, it's in Scotland. The snow has melted. We're not too bad. It's not like, you know, Nova Scotia or Canada or one of these crazy places where people are watching the stream sometimes and say, "Oh, it's -16," and it's like, wow. Okay, CD is ready. Are you free ready?
Do I need a pen and paper to write this
No,
down?
you can just do yes or
yeah,
no.
sure, yes. Yes, I'm ready. So this is true and this is false.
Yep, true,
Okay.
false. Okay, Runa is ready. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and then on 0, the chat just votes. And then I'll say 3, 2, 1, and then we vote. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, chat vote. Then 3, 2, 1, everyone here vote. Okay, so CD so thumb up, true. And hello, Flowbeats, it's lovely to see you. Robert said it's true, McCall said it's true, and Tom said it was false. Well, I can reveal. I will show you my legs.
No!
I could have sworn he was going to be
So
there.
that means that the only person to get a point is myself and Tom, because I get a point because I fooled half the people, and Tom gets a point for guessing it correctly. And just for the record,
wow.
I do own some red socks. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. I do also own strawberry socks. That bit of it was true. But yeah, that's the way the game is played. Robert, are you ready?
Okay, yep. I will go on a similar theme. I only own black socks. I have no other sock type at all.
That is my question. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because life is too short to pair socks. So if you only have one colour sock, you never pair them. You just open a drawer, take out 2 socks, sorted.
They gotta be the same type, though.
Yes. If I ever buy socks, what I will do is I will go to like a sort of well-known clothes shop or whatever, and I will buy about 20 pairs at once,
Makes sense.
all identical. And when they start to need to be replaced, replace everything at once.
Wow,
Makes sense.
that sounds like
Wow.
a system.
So, do you not ever feel like you want to have some fancy socks for some reason?
No, because
Like some warmer socks for colder times, or thinner socks for warmer times?
I wear the same clothes whatever the time of year or season. There was a teacher at school who said I was the only person you couldn't tell the weather by looking at. So I am constant. I described myself to my husband recently as I'm like the Queen in that I always have the same style, the same. My wardrobe is the constant. I pretty much only own plain t-shirts or t-shirts with a band's name on, and yeah. Or there's a question. I can see a question. So, did you never get socks gifted from your mom or friend or partner because they wanted to bring more colour to your life? I think I did once, and they had like a little logo on them, and it just felt weird, and so I couldn't wear them. I also struggle with shoes, trying to find shoes that don't have logos on them. I'm a very
like trainers
plain person,
or
but
stuff like that. Trainers tend to have logos most of the time.
it's
Okay,
a tricky thing to do.
wow.
So but the sock thing is mainly about just saving time, just not having to waste time pairing socks or any other such nonsense in life.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of, just got the question from Runa, sort of, I'm not a very colourful person. I don't. This is wow. I've just realised what I'm wearing. This is what I feel comfortable in. It's like I try to dress in such a way that I don't draw attention to myself in any way, because that's how I feel comfortable in. Which isn't everybody's taste, but the sock thing is just purely admin.
I'm just going. This isn't a question. This isn't part of the game, but I'm just going to say that true story. I went off somewhere in another country, and I bought about 6 pairs of these thin red socks. Now, they do actually pinch a little bit around the ankles, those particular pairs of red socks. But just for those ones, I wish I had gotten way more of them. Like 10,
I feel
15.
like that when I find like good quality socks. And then I'm like, and I buy like 5 pairs, and I feel like I should have needed more. Because like they're hard to come by, you know.
See, you'll all be doing this in the future. You'll be following my advice.
Tom, do you have any question for Robert?
How does wisdom extends to your husband's socks? Do they, like you have the black socks and he has the brown socks, or does he just totally have his own system?
Colourful. He has things that, if he ever buys things that are what I would wear, I get really confused. Like, he has a plain black t-shirt which keeps ending up in my wardrobe, and it's like, that's not my black t-shirt, that's yours, and it's really confusing. I'm kind of the monochrome one, and he can be more colourful.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
I am ready to vote. I don't know about you peeps.
Yeah, I guess. It could be another like
Yes.
50-50 situation though, but we'll see.
Okay.
I mean, this would still be a lie if it's all black socks except for one pair that he wears on Christmas or something. And that would still count as a lie, wouldn't it? Difficult.
Bruna is also confused, but you have to make a choice. I'm sorry, you have to make a choice. I'm calling it. I'm going to start counting. I'll give you a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chat votes now, please. And 3, 2, 1. We vote. Tom.
He's just waiting for everybody else to vote first.
True. Phoebe says true. Runa thinks it's a lie. Prey thinks it's a lie. And so, yeah, unless CD... think Robert lets us know.
I am that boring, and I am that systematic.
Good.
So Bez, Tom,
So I don't score points.
I have the same
Flo.
kind of thing with socks that are all, like mostly black, all my socks, but it's mostly because they kind of pair with everything rather than, I don't know, or like they just don't bleed colors into like other type of colors clothes, so it's easier.
I mean, it extends. I think I only have one style of pair of trousers that, again, I will buy the same trouser style 4 or 5 times in all the same size.
Mm.
That's. I'm afraid that I have no crazy Sundays. Wow, I didn't realise coming on this stream I would paint myself in such a light, but hey, it's true.
Fair, okay. McCall, do you have a fact ready?
Yes. So I used to have a small tattoo near my crotch that reminded me of my ex when we were together, and I had it removed after we split up.
Ooh. What was the tattoo of?
It was like a little flower, because there was like an in-joke about this flower thing from like when, not like an in-joke, but like something romantic that he said to me. Like it was kind of like a naive kind of romantic tattoo to have, and then we split up, and like it made like no sense whatsoever to keep it. Yeah, it's got it removed because it was easy enough for lasering too. So
makes lots of sense.
Yeah.
Did
CD mentioned CGP Grey, which is a very similar style as you, Robert, apparently.
I've not heard of that. I will make a note of that afterwards.
I'm assuming that you're in good company. I see no issue. McCall, how much did the lasering cost?
About 200 and something pounds, I think. Maybe it was a different price back in Italy back at the time, but like nowadays it would roughly be the equivalent of about £200, I guess.
Seems reasonable.
Have you any other tattoos? Did you ever have any since, or?
No, and that kind of put me off. And that's why I'm like kind of against tattoos now, because I'm like, yeah, it's a mistake. So you might regret it one day.
And did your partner have any tattoos or one? Or was it
no, it was
you?
just kind of my idea from the start. It was never like a tattoo kind of person. So.
Okay.
And that's kind of the reason why I'm into piercings now, because like they look cool and alternative, but they're also not permanent.
So I'll wait a minute, or maybe just 30 seconds for chat to get anything in. And so if it's not already been written, then we probably won't get to see it. CD, I hope you have a wonderful day at work. Thanks for popping in, and enjoy your liberty in Wellington, New Zealand. So, I'm ready to vote. Are you ready to vote, Robert?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if people in the chat are ready to vote, I hope that you can just type in whether you think it's true or false, and get ready to press that enter button. Don't press it right yet. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press enter. 3, 2, 1. Now we vote. So Floby thinks it's false. Runa thinks it's true. So is it false or is it true? Ooh, so you did actually manage to fool half the people.
Nice, not bad.
Gray, Runa, and Robert were all fooled.
I wasn't expecting to fool Baz because she knows way too much about me. Like, you would have known if I had a tattoo before, I think. But I thought I could get away with it. Like,
so was the lie that you did not have, or that you didn't have it removed?
I never had it in the first place.
That's the question. All right, okay.
Yeah, that was completely I was like, no.
Sorry, it wasn't very
No,
good.
I mean, to be fair, you might have
It
like
could have
this
been. I was
would
waiting.
be a good what would be a really good spot to come out with the fact that I didn't know about you.
What do you mean?
Like if you had a tattoo lasered off, then being haha, I've got this extra points in this one game, and then maybe it just never came up in conversation. I've never asked you if you had any tattoos, but I just don't think you would have. It just
Yeah.
we might.
Yeah, that's why I said like you know me too, like you know me, you know the kind of person I am. So
Anyway, Tom, do you have a fact? A fact.
I do.
Okay.
I once had my art praised by Princess Diana.
what was the art?
It was a picture.
It was what?
A picture of a rabbit.
How old were you at the time? Because obviously she died in 1997, and I think you're at a similar age to me. So how old
Yes.
were you at the time?
I believe so. 1984 or 5. 1984, I think it was. Yeah.
Was it for like a school thing, or like how did he get Princess Diana's attention?
Well, it was. There was a exhibition of various pieces of art from lots of different schools around Barnsley that was put on in the town hall, Barnsley Town Hall. One that came from our school, and Princess Diana visited Barnsley and had a quick tour around that. And she, apparently, I wasn't there. It reported to me that she said, "That is lovely." So, yeah.
Who told you that? Who reported the news to you?
The teacher, who was there.
I'm ready to vote. I'm
I
not
can't
going
hear
to ask
Ben.
any
Do
questions.
you still have the picture?
I don't. I don't know what happened to it. I think I got it back, but I've no idea where it is now.
Oh, okay.
I
I
didn't
made my
meet Princess Diana. My picture did.
Okay, if people are in the chat are ready to vote, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Type in true or false right now. 3, 2, 1. Now we vote. So Floby thinks it's false. Runa thinks it's true. And yeah, don't know if Prey's told our bots. And Prey thinks it's false. What is it, Tom?
It is unfortunate.
Sorry, could
It's
someone
false.
else? Oh, yes.
I just thought it was true. You would have kept the picture.
Well, maybe I would. I don't know.
I was told though it wasn't an easy one, I don't think. But
So money to fool only one.
So that's the end of round 1, and we've got Indy. I'm going to call this the studio, just because why not? Even though we're all in different rooms, and it sounds a bit highfalutin and fancy to call it, but in the studio on the screen, I'm slightly in the lead, along with Tom. Robert, I've not got you down as winning the points. Have I missed?
I got Tom's right then. I got Tom. I said false.
Oh,
to
yeah,
Tom.
yeah.
Yep.
I didn't
That's
bother
the only
doing that
difference
one
then.
because everyone got to vote that time. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bother writing down
That's my
every...
only point.
Okay, fine. I'll give literally everyone a point. Okay, except for Runa. And Prey, yep. Prey gets a point, okay. So, and then in the audience, we've got Flo, who's in the lead, and CD is second, even so CD went away pretty quickly. And so now, are we ready for a second round? We're going to be a bit faster this time around. Okay, let me, I think I'd written down something that I was going to do for this one. Tip-top Tabletop Tuesdays, what did I say? Oh yeah, so I invented a new LDEC game earlier today. So basically what I'm saying is some point, okay, today is a strong word. I'm going to say between 10 p.m. last night and this moment right now, between 10 p.m. last night and this moment right now, I have invented a new LDEC game.
Does it have a name?
No, I'm not really good at naming things. It's kind of place things in a grid in a new way, a ball.
What are the rules of this new game?
So basically, you've got to place things in a grid. I'm not going to tell you all the rules because then that's too easy to see if it's true or not, because then you definitely know, and I'm not going to fool you either way. But it's about placing things in a grid, and we are trying to get words orthogonally, and it's basically a repurposing of the read and write game that I made, Make a Word Search, but done with the LDEC.
Okay, I have a decision. I've made a decision.
Rita asks, don't I do that every day? No, I totally do not. I can definitely say that I invent a new game on fewer days than I don't invent a game. I can say that. I mean, when I say invent something, I don't just mean having a vague notion. I mean, actually, I had the rules to it. Okay, so McCall, do you have any questions? Tom, do you have any questions?
I don't think so. No.
No.
Okay.
No, I think
Any more questions from chat? I'll give you like 15 seconds just to wait for chat to catch up to the lag. And so, yeah, if you're ready to vote, put your fist out in the air. Okay. So Runa's confused, but you need to make a decision. You need to write true or false. Truth or false. And so if you're in chat, get ready to vote. Type it out and press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press enter. Put it into chat now. And everyone on screen, 3, 2, 1, vote now. Okay, so Flo B says it's false. Runa says it's false. Pre says it's true. And Runa says it's false. Oh, interesting. So we've got a 50-50 split. So either way, I get a point. I'm really proud of that. So I've done well to confuse everyone. But I am going to reveal that, Robert, you just got your second point.
I thought if it was something you just invented, you'd have more detail about it. That was my reasoning.
And Flo and Runa gets a point. Yeah, so basically I mean, if that were my truth, if it were true, I might have actually stopped myself from saying the rules anyway. But I would like to make that sort of game, but it's a very vague idea. I wouldn't say I invented it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't have it. So you were completely right. Now, Robert, your turn.
Right, let's have a quick think. Okay, I used to perform on stage singing songs to a stuffed penguin.
Was it part of a comedy?
I'm ready to vote.
So what was your question, Nicole?
I missed what Tom said. That was fine.
Tom said he'd like to vote. He thinks he knows already.
Was it like a comedy song type thing?
No, it's years. It really wasn't. Years ago, I was very much into music and playing in bands and so often. And when I kind of came to Leeds, I kind of did a lot of music as kind of a solo artist, where I would record music and sort of have headphones on, which were gaffer taped to my head so they didn't fall off.
Hmm.
So I could listen to like a backing track in my ear and play music along, and have other sounds coming in and out in time. And one of the songs was about a penguin that wanted to take over the world, and there'd be a little stuffed penguin on the stage that I could address this song to at the same time.
Cool.
So,
Right.
so it wasn't intentionally comical. It was just performance, for want of a better word.
Did the audience find it comical? Were you surprised when they laughed?
People didn't laugh. What would happen was, because obviously when you play in Leeds, you're usually on the bill like other traditional type acts, and then I'd come on, and half the audience would just walk off, and then half the audience would stand there with their mouths open and start filming.
What kind of events did you used to play?
It was just small pub things in Leeds, like to about 20, 30 people, sort of, where all the audiences is just the other bands playing that night type of thing. So nothing major.
All right. Hmm.
Within that, we had like there was another song which I played with a handheld fan. You're mute, Bez. You're muted.
I'm going to ask a very important question.
Yes.
Will you give us a 20-second snippet of the song?
So it's like, "Hey, Mr. Penguin." I can't remember the next lines. It was and it was sort of what are you talking about? It was all very nonsensical. It was sort of and the chorus was just like, you just fly away, aware of the irony that penguins don't actually fly. And that's about as much of that particular one as I can remember. There used to be recordings online. I think they're on what used to be Last FM, but I don't think they exist anymore.
Yes, I was on Last FM. I had an entire album up there.
But whether any of this exists anywhere as evidence or not, I've no idea.
How long ago was this?
Oh, this was about 2007, 8.
Right.
Just to make it more confusing, my stage name was the Air Freshener Man. Which I chose because
that's going to be hard to Google.
Because the reason I used that was because in the 90s, are you all old enough to remember teletext?
Yes.
There was a page on Channel 4 teletext called The Magazine, which was basically like blogs before the internet. And I used to write to that under the pseudonym The Air Freshener Man.
Oh my gosh. I remember teletext. I remember Digitizer, which was a video game channel on teletext. And I used to read that every day. And
the magazine was on a different page, so I used to write to that as the and in one of their end of year polls. So I'm putting lots of truths in here now. I was the best zine writer of the year in 1993.
Okay, but of course, everything that Roberts has been saying for the past
sorry, I've been going on
4 minutes could be the truth or it could be the lie. What do you think? Ultimately, did Robert perform on stage singing to a stuffed penguin? I said to get in questions quickly, so I'm assuming there's no questions from chat.
Well, what is it to ask? I think it's all quite apparent.
I'm ready to vote.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so if you're in chat, please... Oh, wait, Runa has a question. Runa asked me to wait. So I'm going to wait for 30 seconds.
While Runa's typing, Tom, have you changed your mind from your first answer? No,
Not at all. I could have just voted straight away.
It was just a small stuffed penguin. I think it was called the Penguin of Death, if I remember correctly. Comical artist. I want to say Edward Munson. Is that the name? Sold like soft toys, and there was in a bag, and there was a little poem on the bag about how cute and cuddly the penguin looked, but would kill you.
Okay.
All right.
Okie dokie.
I'm just imagining the way that's said. Okie dokie. Yep.
Okay. Well, so if you're in chat, please type truth or false, and get ready to press enter on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press enter now. And everyone on screen, 3, 2, 1, vote. Okay, so Flo says it's false. Runa says it's false. I've said it's false. And Tom said it's true. Nicole said it's true. Prey said it's true. It's a 50-50 split. And apparently in Dutch is in Netherlands. Yep, that's right. In the Netherlands, they don't say okie dokie. They just say okie do. There you go. So you're going to disappoint half of us, but which half?
Everything there was entirely true.
There was too much detail.
I'll just do a quick Google now, just see if there is I'll see if there's a picture anywhere. Hang on, because I think if you type the air freshener man Leeds, you might find something. Hang on. Let's see.
Tom and
I doubt that anything's
Roberts.
Aha! Yes, someone blogged about. If you go into Google image search and type the air freshener man Leeds, there is a picture of me with gaffer tape hanging down my head.
Okay.
So someone on a blog from years ago sort of has written a review of me. I'll see if I can find that and share that link.
If you share that link in the private chat, I will post it up for everyone to see. But otherwise, McCall, do you... And yeah, I see what you're saying, Prey. It was just there was a couple of bits that really people weren't laughing. Surely there must have been someone laughing. But
it was no, it's like in London, I don't know, it's like a sort of Sheffield or other places where like when you play sort of small gigs and things, people go along kind of expecting things to be slightly odd. I wasn't the oddest thing in Leeds. There was a much better guy than me. There was a guy called Napoleon III who had a acoustic guitar attached to a microphone stand with a strobe light inside. And he'd play this kind of very ethereal, dreamy pop music with like this strobe going off in his acoustic guitar, so he'd be able just to walk up to it, stand and play, and then let it go and play a different instrument.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
So, yes. Nicole, do you have a thing?
Yes. I used to write a short column for the University Monthly magazine when I was at uni.
A what short column?
A column for the magazine at uni.
Okay.
It was like a thing that was coming out every month, like I think most unis have it. Like.
Okay, my question is like, what kind of... I just want to ask a bit more about this. What kind of news were you writing? Was it just news? What kind of things did you write?
It was like the kind of stuff that would happen on campus, like the faculty, and like if there were like some kind of special events organized by the students or like parties, like literally uni life, any kind of uni life fact event.
What sort of events were these?
Sometimes it was like protests or like just parties or talking groups, not conferences, like special lectures by guests invited to uni. Anything that's not lectures and uni, like specifically courses and studies, like anything else. That was the column.
Why did you want to do that?
Because I kind of like writing a bit at the
Were you getting paid?
time. it was a good opportunity to mingle as well. So
What was the name of the magazine? Asks Flo B.
it was I think it was some Italian version of University Life. I don't quite remember, but the column itself was called "Che succede" in Italian, which means "What's up."
Okay, I'm going to ask, and if you are in chat, please get your questions in quickly. I'm going to ask, what was your favorite column that you ever wrote, or the one that you're most proud of?
Let me think. It was about someone who came to speak about the. She's basically she used to be a big deal in Italy. Like, she wrote a book about the objectification of women's bodies, and she came to give a talk about the book, and like just a Q&A kind of session. So yeah, it was interesting to write about that.
So what exactly was in your column? Was that like covering the events after it happened?
Yeah, kind of, pretty much.
Okay, any more questions? Okay,
No.
In the interests of, wrapping up by 9, I'm going to say I'm ready to vote. Do you have a question, Tom?
No.
Okay. So, if you're in chat, I hope that you are ready. I hope that you've got your stuff ready. Please, type in true or false, but don't press the enter key just yet. Get ready to press the enter key. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone in chat, press enter now. 3, 2, 1. And we vote now. I was really, really uncertain. That was so close. I feel like whichever, I could see this going either way, because I feel like I would say true, but then he's just, the way you acted, it kind of seemed a bit fishy, but then you might be trying to game the system. I don't know. So, Tom and I said false. Robert says true. Flo B, everyone in chat says true. So which is it? Yes!
False. Did I fool more than half?
You did fool more than half. So you get a point for that. I get a point, and as does Tom, for guessing correctly. And that's
why it's nice to prepare in advance, I feel, and I never do it, because then you can actually orchestrate a whole life. It's going to be well, it's really difficult.
Honestly, if you had had a few details already there, then I probably would have believed you. It was like, it would have to be something that you aren't too proud of, because if it was too proud of it, then I probably would have heard of it. Also, because we've got this existing relationship, it's really difficult. But that's the way it is. When as you get to know people more, you have to work harder on your lying. That's the.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom. Final turn.
Yes. Right. Okay. I always apologize when I break their webs.
Sorry, I'm having some trouble hearing Tom. Robert, could you repeat that to me? I'm sorry.
I think you
Tom.
said you always apologize to spiders when you break their webs. Was that what you said?
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
What do you think will happen if you don't apologize to the spider?
Oh, nothing. It's not a superstition thing. It's just politeness.
Is it something you've always done since working?
I didn't know. I think so. Yes. I mean, I've always liked spiders.
So do you try to avoid breaking them? It's not like you'll just do it and then apologize. Will you try to avoid it in the first place?
Oh yes. I mean, there was one that was sort of stretched across the step to my garden for several days which I was ducking under, until one time I accidentally broke it, and then I had to apologise. Sorry.
Did you?
I didn't even see the spider at that point.
Sorry.
Runa's question.
Do you name these spiders? Asks Runa.
No, I don't think I've ever named a spider. I don't think spiders really have need for names.
Did you ever do it in someone else's?
Perfectly happy just.
And they thought it was weird. Like it was a weird thing to do.
I can't recall ever having an awkward situation with someone looking at me strangely because I'm talking to a spider. I think all my friends would totally understand and say, "Yep, of course he's apologising to the spider."
So inside your house, would you leave spiders' webs and not vacuum them out?
Well, I mean, it's a win-win, really, isn't it? They get to live their life, and I get to not have to bother with cleaning so much.
That makes sense. That's flawless logic.
Well, I don't have any questions really. If no one else has any more questions, then okay. So, you know how it goes, everyone. This is the final turn. If you're in chat, type in truth or lie and get ready to press enter in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press enter, make your votes. All of us, 3, 2, 1, vote. Ooh, did Tom fool everyone? So, we've got everyone, literally everyone, says true, except for Prey.
Okay, and the answer is, it is true.
Yeah.
I mean, they've worked hard on it. I think it's only polite.
Yeah, I know a few people that would do that, not just you. I literally, yeah.
Okay, so at the end of that stream, I think these are the scores. So I've got the most points with 7, then Tom and McCall with 6, and first out of the chatters, I'm going to give you a wee prize. Unless you're in the chat, Tom, if you want to jump into the chat to get some random busy points, but you don't need to. It doesn't really do anything. You're going to be able to spend them at some point. Probably August the 1st, I will sort out something special to do with... Wait a minute. Oh, I needed to type in the number afterwards. So congratulations to Floby, who is the winner from chat. So congratulations. And then second after them, then Robert with 4 and Bruno and Prey. But thank you everyone for joining in, jumping in. It is lovely to have you play with us. And yeah, that brings me to the end of the stream. So yeah, we played that game. We all made, I think most of us lied, and most of us told the truth at some point, and everyone guessed correctly at some point and guessed wrongly at some point. So yeah, what did you think? Did you have fun? And yeah, how would you give it on a scale of +2 to -2? Just yeah, any thoughts or anything?
Yeah, I like this game. Getting better.
I enjoy playing it. Yeah. I could
Yeah,
see myself
I-
running out of lies at some point, or running out of truths. So.
The only thing I might have liked was sort of have the decision if I'm going to lie or tell the truth made for me in secret. So that might so because I did thought, well, if I tell two truths, people might expect the second one to be a lie, so I'll go for another truth, kind of thing. Which is massively overthinking what is just a fun, silly party game. I'll try not to do that again.
That's all good.
Right, so he went scissors. So if I go paper, then they won't. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, you mean.
And yeah, that's really the end of the stream. So, what are we looking forward to? Hopes and ambitions. You can share anything in this final section. So, I'm going to be raiding Loserpalooza for those who don't know, lovely improv stuff. And tonight I'm going to be trying to do a wee bit more of drawing. I'm going to be having dinner in a couple of minutes because I've not had dinner yet. So that's what I'm looking forward to do. Let's do a quick whip around. What are you looking forward to doing?
I'm looking forward to my online baking group is not setting challenges at the moment, so I'm currently researching different baking from around the world and trying to find different recipe ideas.
Oh, nice. That's lovely.
Nicole?
I'm looking forward to my day off, I guess, tomorrow. Because I
Nice.
need to take my leave. I'm gonna pop to Mina and say hi, I think, from outside. We haven't seen her in so long, so.
Nice. I'm going to ring them in half an hour, we said. Tom, what are you up to?
Well, what I'm up to, not much. I've designed a escape room for my my nibblings to do that at some point in the next few weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. And further forward, I am decided that as soon as we can, I'm going to have lots of people over for games as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you want to, if any of you peeps had a link that you want to share, then you can always do that, and I will share it right now. But if you want to check me out, I am, of course, stuffbybez.com, stuffbybez.com to buy my stuff, twitter.com/stuffbybez. Follow me there. Follow me on instagram.com/stuffbybez. Here, I'm streaming every day at 10 a.m. UK time, although Thursday, the 25th of February is my episode 300. I'm going to stop for at least one day after that. youtube.com/stuffbybez for my old episodes. stuffbybez.com/discord. Go there. And thank you, everyone. You have all been amazing. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Runa, Prey, and yeah, Flo. And it's amazing to have you all here, and also CD and Hedgeman Henk, who popped by to say hello. And for my next streams, look at that thing. I detail what's going to go on, and I'm going to work out some sort of schedule with the Tuesdays as well. That's the best place to look what's going on. Yeah. So share, spread the words. If you want to raid, then feel free to copy past part of that message. And unless any of you have anything left to say, well, in
Thank you
that
for having
case,
us.
it's been lovely again.
Yes, yeah, it was fun.
It has.
Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. And bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, lovely.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.
Does it stop automatically?
Bye-bye.
After a few seconds, I'll press.
Okay. I'll keep waving.